All right, listen to me carefully. You have this Stuxnet false flag launched. They're now using it as a pretext to have even more Pentagon Homeland Security control over the entire infrastructure of the Internet and over all applications that are used on the Internet. That's what's in the Cybersecurity Act. And it only announces in the Act what's already been done, what's already been engineered in. It was DARPA that funded the creation of the Internet. It was DARPA that funded much of what modern IBM has done the last 40 years and Microsoft in the last 30-plus years. And that's why this is so dangerous, because they're reporting that it has a zero-date exploit, meaning they discovered it after it was already launched, so they couldn't create a patch. It's already out there and changing. It's very sophisticated, and it has the core programming, the secret codes, basically, of Microsoft, and they've never had a worm that was able to basically exploit the secret inner workings, is the way IT people are describing it. And this shows you down the road, when the Pentagon talks about Internet dominance and shutting down anybody that criticizes the world government and anybody that criticizes the big mega banks that run this, that under the Cybersecurity Act, it takes high school students, college students, as part of the National Compulsory Service Act, and makes them become trained operatives of the federal government. They're basically just taking the general public and turning them into spies to, quote, then go out and attack enemies of the United States, when the globalists are actually our arch enemies, from within, and to hack and to write worms, and to go out and post on message boards and to stir up trouble and infighting. It's a full spectrum of different types of attacks: propaganda attacks, hack attacks, worm attacks. And it gives you an example of how the globalists can shut down large portions of the web whenever they want, and they can have their spies that are embedded in every major government, these corporate global spies that work through governments, can go in and basically sabotage any key infrastructure they want, and then come out and say, oh, we don't know who did this, give us more power. But in this case, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, Bloomberg, that we played a clip of earlier, the full clip's up at prisonplanet.com right now, they just come right out and say, yeah, this looks like Israel. You got a guy from the Chertoff group that basically speaks for Israel, telling you that he thinks it's Israel and the experts think it's Israel, just as an open threat, a stick in the eye. And then simultaneously, you can type into Google, Stuxnet worm, why we need cybersecurity. And they're all over the news, media, pundits, government operatives, shills, spokespeople, proxies, promoting this. So here's another false flag in your face. They're even basically admitting it. Kind of like the CIA came out 3 months ago and said, yeah, we produced fake bin Laden videos. They came out, what, 4 or 5 months ago on CNN, Fox, AP. Yeah, we helped grow the opium in Afghanistan. Now, they don't just deny things. They come out and say, okay, we're setting up a world government. Yeah, we're going to take all or part of your pension funds. Okay, we have produced vaccines, chemicals and compounds we add to vaccines that reduce fertility. Yeah, just all public, yeah. What you going to do about it? Because they know the general public cannot focus on serious issues. People were put in their diapers in the last 50 years in front of television sets. They were raised by all these mindless, pap-filled programs. And so their culture, and this is going on worldwide, is one of being childlike, arrested development fools. So the system is so arrogant, they come out and say, yeah, Western governments launched this. We don't like Iran. They deserve it. But by the way, this shows you the threat to our infrastructure, so we're going to take over the Internet even more. And the Cybersecurity Act is so widespread. I mean, there's so many things it does. It also will make anyone involved in any type of Internet technology position, any IT professional, to take at least 6 months of upfront government-certified federal government training, totally federalizing the Internet at that point, and several weeks a year of continuing education where you're brainwashed and put on a power trip and given your security clearance. That's in the news today. Turned into a little minion. Oh, you're free market. You know, you work for the local internet company, but you're also a federal officer. And most people just love it. They just love the fact that, you know, they're James Bond now, even though they weigh 400 pounds and can't get out of their easy chair. This is the Stasi East German culture. It's why the government hired Marcus Wolf, the former head of the Stasi, 7 years ago to help set up Homeland Security before he died. Paid him over $1 million in 1 year alone. And so now, if you want to have any IT job under federal law, you now become a federal minion. Think about that.